2. Smithsonian's Welcome Back, Part 2 with Brother Rick. And guess what? We'll show you practical steps or suggestions of what type of mic to get and how to use the soundboard. Just a little demo, but Brother Rick is available for service. What offers are you providing in?
I do live bands, traveling on the road or staying local. I can set up for churches and things like that that have, services they need for sound. I can do DJing events. And of course, like I said, I can do live shows and recording shows and such.
All right. So we're here in Columbus, Ohio. So Brother Rick, I met through Brother Rogers, who I helped for a while, a year or two. And now he's in control. He has equipment. And yeah, we're going to show you the service that he provides and why you should book him. Because I've been to a few venues and the audio is not all that. But let's go. We'll try to tell them like why they need a mic and not the little Bluetooth things they get from the flea market or wherever they sell them.
One of these right here. This is called a Fifine. It's a USB microphone. It's supposed to be the same fidelity as a vocal microphone, but I found that it's not.
So we'll talk about the lies that they be posting on social media. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely make sure you book Brother Rick. You can find him on Facebook via
Rick Wise on Facebook.
All right. And then, yeah, let's get to it. Like, so why, like, first of all, let's give a recap. How did you start? Like, you was doing tape as for like, who knows what tape is? Have you ever seen a tape? Like, let's comment. Like,
cassette tapes, 8-track player tapes, reel-to-reel tapes. I'm sure some of you guys know what that are. That is
VHS tape downstairs. Or,
that's the same thing. It's just a wider tape and you're recording video and music on it, or in this case, audio.
In the end, I'll show what a VHS is. So we'll put that in. But right now we have a few equipments here. So let's talk about like, how do people get started? Like, what's the important thing?
Well, you need a microphone. You got to sing into that microphone. You can talk into that microphone. We have different style microphones. Like this one here is a vocal mic. This is a Shure PG58. It's a wireless microphone. You don't have to have it wired up. It has a central channel that it talks to, which plugs in a mixer board. I'll show you. Whereas this microphone right here, as you know,
the drum
kit.
Yep.
It's for a drum tom. And if you don't know what a tom is, you have your snare. If you have a pair of drums right in front of you, you have the snare, and you have a drum here, and usually another drum on your right-hand side, which is your floor tom. That's what these are for. And then you have a kick drum, and as you see, that microphone is quite a bit larger, but it doesn't have a frequency response as wide as a vocal microphone. It just, frequency response is for bass. So, yeah, you have different styles of microphones. Like this is an industry standard pretty much, is a Shure 58, SM58. They have a beta. It sounds a little crispier. If you don't know what crispies are, it's your high end and your S's and your P's and your words and stuff like that. The PG58, the SM58 Plus is a better microphone. It has a little bit more vocal range on it. Yeah, they just have different styles of microphone. This would be for like a keyboard player. You know, plug him in and plug him directly into the mixer board instead of having him have like my friend Gab, who used to have a speaker behind him so he could hear everything. A lot of people know Gab from the reggae industry. But
how many bands have you worked with?
5.
Okay.
The art band, some country band out in the middle of nowhere, because a friend of mine in the art band got the gig for me. And I've done a couple of small groups and recording some rap music and stuff like that. And of course, I've done my own music as well with a friend of mine named Chase. We've done music together, and I think we have about 5 or 6 songs to complete. We just need somebody to sing.
Okay. So you're looking for artists?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I can have somebody come over. I have ideals galore on my computer. If I have a guitar player come over, I say, okay, this is what I got, and this is a chord that it is. Can you play me something for it?
Okay.
And if it sounds good, I'll record it and add it to music.
So I'll throw a twist at you. AI. How you play with AI with music?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm impressed with AI, though. I'm going to invite everybody to look up this song. It's Without Me, Eminem,
okay,
in the 50s style.
Okay. So
it's literally made in the 50s style of music, but it's still saying Without Me, Eminem, which is a pretty aggressive song.
All right. Sweet. So now we have a soundboard. Like, what's a soundboard for? I know you said a mic. So what's a soundboard for?
Well, the soundboard is where everybody comes through, and that's where you do all your equalizations and all that stuff. As you see these knobs here, they have like your high end, your mid range, and your bass, or your low end as it be. I don't know where all this mixture board has on it though, but that's usually what everything, that's what it is. Then you have an auxiliary channel, so they can hear themselves come back in what is called a monitor.
Okay.
So they can hear themselves on stage. It sounds different on stage when you're with a live band than it does out front in the speakers. Sounds like everybody's playing pots and pans on stage, but as soon as you step out in front of the speakers, you can hear the nuance of all the music and everything else.
So that makes sense. Like, people are like, I can't hear myself. Like, dude, I hear you perfectly, but they come out like, Yeah,
I
that
can't hear
makes
myself.
yeah.
They want more monitor. Or in this case, you have one monitor channel, so you would turn the monitor up a little bit more. But there's going to be a point where you might squeal. So you have to adjust for that so that he doesn't get some mid-range frequency and start squealing or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so me, I did this in church, so I never got proper training, so I just learned on the fly. So
I did too. I learned in Charleston, West Virginia, to be truthful with you. I was standing there and I kept telling the guy, hey, I can't hear the guitar player. I get some more left stage guitar. I can't hear the keyboard player, second keyboard. I get some more of that. The drummer's vocals are too loud. He's over top of everybody else. The guy goes, if you think you can do better, help yourself. And he walked away from the soundboard.
you made this mic quit.
I didn't make him quit. At the end of the night, he came back and said he never heard anybody mix anything like that because I was adding effects. Like when the snare drum goes, pa, you just hear pa. But you can add effects to that snare drum where it's like, pa, pa, pa. Things like that.
Yeah.
In reggae, that's really prominent in some of the music where they play it with effects and things like that. So that's what I did. And he came back and told the drummer, I don't know where you found this guy, but he knows what you guys sound like. I've been traveling with him for years by that time, but that's when I got my first show. I had to mix the sound myself.
Awesome, awesome. So you specialize in reggae?
I specialize in reggae, but I can do any music. Any music is all the same. I mean, some of today's music, don't get me wrong, it's his music, but they have 2 people, 3 people up front singing over a track.
Yo, I want to do that next time. So next time we come on, or we probably sneak it in, but like we gonna play some music and just talk about people. Like that's the idea I have. Like you just listen to music and just see like what's track, what's not. If people could tell what's track or not.
Not really. I mean, you can tell because it's a loop. You know, it's usually 8 beats, maybe 16 beats a minute. They're not a minute, but it's either 8 beats or 16 beats, and music is either fast or slow, depending on how many beats per minute it is, and you got 2 or 3 guys up front with microphones singing over the top of the track. If you weren't at the show to see that's what was going on, you would think it was somebody up there playing records, spinning records while these 3 to 4 guys in the front rack, in this case.
So now my question is, have you done that for artists, for people?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm not opposed to doing it for people. And if they want to play a track over top of the track, that's fine with me. That makes my job easier. All I got to do is turn up the track, which is probably already pre-mixed. And what I mean by pre-mixed is so it sounds good. And if it's not low volume on this or that instrument or something else, or high volume or anything like that. But usually the track is probably pre-mixed. And the guy's going to get up there. He's going to hold the microphone in some fashion. I'm just being funny, you know. Some fashion, he's going to hold his microphone. He's going to sing his piece in the microphone.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I got mine. So I'm a little example of, you like them?
I said, I don't hear that.
Yeah, so these stopped working, the LED, it still works, but you just can't see it. It's very light. And they was awesome enough to give me a new pair because I had warranty on it.
Sure.
So yeah, still got, they asked for it back. So we just sitting here doing nothing. So this is what I have on the camera. So you have other mics here, like you talked about this one earlier.
Right.
Doing that.
This one here, this is just a USB microphone. This is useful when I'm doing a recording of a single guitar player at home, and I got a USB port on the back of my mixer board that I can plug it. I was explaining to you a little bit ago.
Okay.
So I can record this track onto a music program using a USB microphone. It's got pretty good fidelity for like a guitar and stuff like that. So that's what I would use that for, just to record him on a track, so I have something to look back at later or say, hey, okay, you missed something here, we need to fix that, and we can always go back and fix it after he's actually played it.
Okay, so, and then we have
this is just a patch cord. Don't do this. Yeah, don't do that. This is an old patch cord, but all this is a patch cord which plugs into the microphone.
So what's the proper way? You said don't do that. Like, how should it?
Well, that's a funny thing because I've seen it for a lot of years. People roll their cords, and when they go to unroll their cords, they're tangled up.
Right.
So there's a way you can roll your cord where you kind of give it a little half a twist as you're rolling it back up, and give it a half a twist so it'll twist up on its own. And when you let it go, I'm not going to throw this across the floor, but when you do that, you just hold one in and let it go, and it should spin off for you.
Okay.
But yeah, don't do that. I just never liked doing that. But yeah, you would take something like this, you grab a microphone, I'll grab a Shure 58. We're not going to put a board on or anything.
All right, just for demonstration.
Yeah, just for demonstration, you have 2 different ends. One end fits into the mixer board and one end fits in the microphone. That's the way it is. There's no other way around it. So you plug your microphone in. See why I say don't roll them up?
Right.
And then you plug your microphone into the mixer board, and this will be channel 1. And we'll say that's Smith's channel because that's where he's singing at. So everything he's doing would be controlled on this channel right here. I have my high end, my mid-range, my lows. Yeah, I have my high end and my mid-range, my lows. This is a compressor and gain. I'll talk about gain a little bit, but I have my highs, mid to lows. His auxiliary channel, which he'd probably have a monitor sitting in front of him, speaker, or a pair of monitors in his ear so he can hear what's going on. And with his only channel. And when he needs more volume, I'd give him more volume like that to the main speakers, which would be plugged in over here. And if he said he couldn't hear, or he's having problems hearing himself, I would take the auxiliary channel and turn it up for him until he was satisfied with what he heard. That's basically how a microphone hooks up. And the same thing would follow for your instruments: drum, kick drum, hi-hat, snare. If there's more channels, we could add more channels, so on and so forth. So you have your kick, hi-hat, snare, guitar, keyboard, and however many instruments they have on stage.
Okay.
I've done 3 keyboards on stage, and there's plenty.
And you had to use use that box, right? For the keyboard.
Yeah, the DI box is for the keyboard.
Okay.
And it just goes in line with from the keyboard to the mixer board. That's all this is. It's just a direct input box. It also gets you in a hum if you have a hum on stage coming from somebody.
Right. So that's always been my issue, the hums and the feedback. So it also can be the direction of the speakers, right? The main
speakers could be facing the monitors, or you got the monitors too close to the microphones and your gain is too high. So it's feeding back through, so you turn your gain down a little bit. If your gain's not helping out a little bit, you would mix mid-range on your frequencies to get rid of that vocal range right in the middle of the range where it's usually going to squeal.
Okay.
The hum is just a background problem on stage. The DI box usually can fix that. Not a guarantee, but it usually can fix it. Guitar players are hums in the amplifiers. That's hard to get rid of.
Okay. So we have Brother Rick here. He's available for hire. He travels, all that stuff. And I definitely endorse him because I know him for a while. And yeah, he's equipped for it. He has equipment. And yeah, any final words you want to say?
No, I just like to get a couple of gigs out here so I can show what I can do. And like I was saying with Smith here, I'd like to get some people in the studio that, will do their thing and make their own music. I'm put to do that as well, up to 32 channels on the mixer track. So, we can get something going on with that.
All right. Awesome. How do people get in contact with you?
They can get in contact with me on Facebook under Rick Wise. That's JAHRICWISE. I don't have Instagram or anything like that. I'm still working on that. You can also get a hold of me by phone, 614-625-5073.
All right. So give us a quote, something that you learned on the field, like, I don't know, what's something that everybody should know, or that's a secret in the audio industry?
A secret in the audience? Oh, man, don't turn up somebody who you know is already loud enough and they should be able to hear themselves. That's a secret, I'll say, because you'll have somebody on stage that'll tell you no matter how loud you have them, they can't hear themselves. So this is a trick. And you can see that here. Sure. This is a trick. On his channel, as we had Smith plugged into channel 1, this is where he can hear himself. They'll say, I can't hear myself, and you're almost peaked out all the way. Just touch the knob. Ask him again, is that better? Generally, they say yes. That's a secret to keep.
Oh, that's facts. Oh, I know it's a secret, but I think so many times, I don't know what I'm doing, like, I just touch him like, oh, it's better? Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, he can hear it better because you turn the knob. You don't turn the knob. And I know many people that mix that way, they won't turn it up.
Oh, that is priceless. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Oh, man, if you need a professional sound engineer, Brother Rick is here. Yeah, thank you for logging on, and that's it for now. Anything final words?
No, not nothing.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.